You know, and we all have our 15 minutes of fame, and I'd like to take a couple of my 15 minutes to talk about the rights and the wrongs in the world of professional wrestling.
And it is for the WWE Championship.
This match is for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship.
The World Heavyweight Championship.
The match and new NWA Heavyweight Champion of the world.
We appreciate you guys coming out and taking your time to support women's wrestling in America.
This match is for the AWA World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship.
All about winning. It's all about the WOW World Championship belt.
This is the most prestigious belt in wrestling.
Fabulous Lana Star has it. Everyone wants it.
Bring me the belt.
I want the belt.
And I could definitely see myself going for that title match.
I'm coming for that belt because it belongs to me.
If you think you're coming anywhere close to this, you've got another thing coming.
One by one, I will go through your entire roster until the only person that's left is Lana Star.
It is WOW Season 2, Episode 2 review. This is your host, Mr. Green, and we are going to go into the latest release from WOW Superheroes, and it is the first championship match from WOW of any sort in over 10 years with the World Champion Lana Star, who they have decided to parade around as the longest reigning champion of all time, taking on her first challenger as Sunshine of the Beach Patrol. And we will talk about all of that good stuff. But first, let's give the disclaimer, the same disclaimer I gave last episode, that if you are a hardcore wrestling fan, if you are a fan of Shine, Shimmer, WSU, All Girls, even right here, WPN, what have you, NXT Women's Division, whatever your particular fancy may be, if that is your cup of tea and you prefer your wrestling and your wrestling program is pretty serious, pretty hardcore, then this product, WOW Superheroes, may not be for you. You have been warned. Okay, now that being said, this episode, as stated, is the first championship match. WOW still continues to break up the episode. It is one match, one episode, much like what we do right here, but I guess the commentary kind of betrays it a little bit, because you know that ultimately it was supposed to have been a part of a much larger thing. This was originally set to be the main event of a full-blown show, probably much like what they used to do in the original season back in 2000 and 2001, where they ran for an hour. But that's not the case now. The show is chopped up and cut into little clips and bites and things like that. For those that have asked, I've seen several people that have brought it up on Facebook. And they've asked several times, where are the full episodes? Where are the full episodes? All I see is clips on the YouTube channel. Well, the YouTube channel for WOW Superheroes are very condensed. They have everything up right now. They're not releasing those a bit at a time. They have all of the stuff up currently, but they're very condensed versions of what you're going to ultimately get on the WOW page itself. So if you're just looking for the result, if you're just looking for the highlights, if you're just looking for the spots, you can go to their YouTube channel. This stuff is up right now. But the full-blown matches are released 1 week at a time, every Friday, on the WOWE.com website, free plug for them. And you can see those matches in their entirety. Although I will say in this particular case, you are not missing much if you went to the YouTube channel and you looked at this particular match. The match is super short, and I'll get into that in a second. The first thing that needs to be noticed, that if you're looking for any background information on what brought this match on, why they even facing each other to begin with, keep in mind the match and the side story videos are separated. So if you want to see what is going on there, I don't remember if they have a name for it, but they have of course these little breakdowns like that. I think that the clip is called Ray of Sunshine, which gives background information on Sunshine as a wrestler and how she came to be associated with WoW and all that good stuff, and that's perfectly fine. They show some clips of the behind the scenes when she was signed. Sunshine apparently is the first contracted performer for WoW Superheroes. They show you that. They show you her receiving her contract with some of the girls that you may recognize in the background. So she gets her contract, and I assume that is what leads her into being the first challenger for the world title. Now, I say assume because at no point do I recall ever them saying, okay, and because you won this won this contract, you also get the first ever championship match against Lana Star. I don't remember them saying that, but that's neither here nor there. The next thing that you may come across is a promo from Lana, who's basically doing the heel shtick. They introduce you to her new assistant, Kitty, who is basically picking up the Patty Pizzazz character with a little bit of a twist. So she's Lana Star's new assistant, and Lana cuts a promo on Sunshine saying that if you think that you're going to get this championship and you think you have a chance or take this away from me, you got another thing coming, the normal heel stuff, and it was fine. It was perfectly fine. I thought she did a good job as the champion. It fits everything that she was 10 years ago. Lana Kinnear, the young lady that portrays Lana Star, has not missed a beat as far as the portrayal of the character. I think she is very much in tune to what Lana Star is, and probably has a lot to say about who and what Lana Star is going to be and how she's portrayed. I mean, she may be her with the volume turned up, and that could be the way to go, or the way they're portraying it, and that would be the way to go, I should say. So we have the match. The full-length run of this video is about 6 minutes long, approximately. The actual time is 5 minutes, 56 seconds. But we're going to round it up and say it's 6 minutes long. The intros for said video is about 2.5 minutes. And the outro is about 30. So, you've got a 2-minute match or less that's taking place right here. So let's start with that. There have been mixed feelings with some people about that because, and rightfully so, we just got out of a point where the WWE went kicking and screaming because the fans started off, before the Divas Revolution thing, it was hashtag give Divas a chance. Because they were known for that. They were known for just giving their girls, all right, here you go. You got 3 minutes to wrestle, including entrances. And you're in and you're out. I expected so much more from WoW. It's an all-women's promotion. I thought that at least you'd have a lengthy match, much less a lengthy championship match. To say nothing of the fact that, and I'm rewinding here a little bit, Sunshine's character. Now, I understand why they have her do that, because one thing that can be said for a while is that they like to try to incorporate some of the real-life personality and real-life traits into the characters that we see on the screen. So there's probably a very good chance that Sunshine has some lifeguard skills. I think they did say something like that on one of the side videos. But the reason that they stuck her in the Beach Patrol, or at least verbalized it, is absurd. I don't know why they would go off into, she's part of the Beach Patrol with Summer and Sandy and whoever the third person is. Because Beach Patrol had 3 members ultimately, and Sunshine would be the 4th. But why even talk about that when the Beach Patrol hasn't been seen in a decade? They haven't been seen on TV or WoW in any version or form since 2001. they haven't been shown as they're coming back as WoW Originals, and the entire group is going to be there. They're not listed on the website, and there is nothing to indicate that that group and or faction has any plans of ever appearing again. So the Beach Patrol thing was ultimately pointless. I didn't get the reasoning behind that. How she got the championship match, as I said, it is pretty much left to assumption. But I'm just gonna call myself out on that one. I'll say that's nitpicking. I'm nitpicking there. Why she got the championship match. But what I am not nitpicking about is the length of the match. The length of the match is, like I said, is less than 2 minutes long, and it is. All due respect to both Sunshine and Lana, who I've actually interviewed, and you can catch that interview right here in full bloom on this channel, on the Women's Pros Network channel. And she's a sweetheart of a woman, but I think even she would admit to you that she isn't as proficient in the ring as she could be. She doesn't wrestle regularly. And it is a case of, the blind leading the blind there. Neither one of them are strong wrestlers, and it comes off that way. It shows, the first lockup that you have in that match, it looks like Lana barely pushes her and Sunshine flies across the ring. And from that point out in that match, it is a squash. And they should have just portrayed it that way. If they're going to give it as a squash match, there was no reason to give Sunshine any of those backstage videos at all. If she was just there just to take a beating, she literally got no offense in through the minute and a half or minute 45 seconds or 2 minutes that match lasted. It was just a Lana Star showcase. And I'm not against having your champion show up and be able to showcase themselves or anything like that. And in fact, I do encourage it on occasions where the champion is able to come across and give the squash match and wrestle the jobber and, kind of illustrate what they can do without causing themselves great harm. I am for that, but I kind of grew up on that whole idea. Now, the difference in this is that Sunshine is portrayed not as a jobber. She's not shown as a jobber. Sunshine is portrayed as a WoW superhero. She is presented as a WoW superhero, somebody that's supposed to be on that roster. I got the first contract. I'm good at what I do. I'm destined to be, I'm not going to, maybe I shouldn't put words in her mouth, but I'm set to be a star within the WoW universe. That is the impression that you're given by the videos that they show. So having said and seen that, to have her go in there and just get beaten and beaten quickly does Sunshine no favors. That's one half of the argument. The other half of the argument is Lana Star as a world champion has not been seen or presented at all. And again, she hasn't been seen in 10 years now. When you last saw Lana Star, she was participating in a tag match for a haircut with Patty Pizzazz and Poison and Ice Cold. That was the last time we saw her, or at least last I remember. I think they had an episode of WoW following that. But at the end of the day, she wasn't in title contention when we last saw her a decade ago. WoW has created this story saying, oh, well, she won the championship from Terry Gold at an independent show because WoW kept running. Of course, there's no video of that, and I doubt that we'll ever see video of it. So Lana as a champion is not established. We haven't seen her wrestle. We don't know what she could do as a champion. We don't even know why she's champion. They've not said this on TV. They have not said this in the video. The explanation I just gave you never was presented. She just has the belt. They never brought up, oh yeah, well this happened, or and here's a clip of it, or here's a report from Pro Wrestling Illustrated or our website. None of that stuff. There's no explanation as to why Lana Star is the champion. She just is the champion. And I am of the belief here. Yeah, again, I agree in the squash match under the right circumstances. This wasn't the right circumstances. Sunshine, as the first contracted WoW competitor, as somebody that they have billed as, okay, she's so good that we had to put her on our show and we had to give her a slot as being a WoW superhero and all that good stuff. To have that and then go out there and just, more or less get crushed, it didn't do Sunshine any favor. It didn't do Lana any favor. It didn't help Sunshine as a character. Didn't show Lana as a great champion. It just did not work overall. It showed from top to bottom. The match was immensely quick. The most of that video was all fluff. His entrances and his outros. Then it's the post-match statements from David McLean. It didn't work well at all, especially in this era where we have such stellar women's champions. And not just in wrestling. I'm talking about in any aspect, whether it be in tennis, so Serena Williams, whether that be in UFC, whether that be the women's soccer team, whether that's WWE with Charlotte, whether that's NXT with Bayley, whether that's Madison Eagles or whether that's Mercedes Martinez or whoever. We're in an era now and the girls, the women that are competing in their various forms have really gone out there and shown excessive heart. Incredible skill sets and really proven why they are the champions that they are. Lana in this format did not get a chance to do any of that. And I know she has better in her. I do. I know she has better in her. But to have her, Lana Star, who is a moderate wrestler at best, going in there against Sunshine, who is a moderate wrestler at best, is the blind leading the blind, and there was no way that either one of them were ever going to be able to pull a good match out of the other. So, that being said, if I had to grade this, it would be a D. It's not a passing grade. I expect better from Lana Star. I know that she has better. I know that she has wrestled other people who are a little bit more in-ring savvy. Hudson Envy, who portrays Spike on there. Erica Porter, who portrays Jungle Girl. And so I expect to see better stuff come along the lines a little bit later. This just wasn't it. And I thought that the champion, especially the first time that you see the champion, should have been portrayed a little bit better, a little bit stronger, and gotten a chance to show the WoW fans what she and the WoW product was really about. But neither one of them were able to do it. So you give it a look. Go to WOWE.com. Look at the episodes. Watch the clip. The episode is called the Solar Eclipse. I don't have my note in front of me right now, but I think the episode is called the Solar Eclipse. It is season 2, episode 2, and you can watch that. It's a very quick watch. You're not going to be taking up your day. And if you have any comments about it, if you have your opinions about the match or the episode, I would love to hear them. Either you drop me a line on Facebook, or you can leave a comment right here on YouTube, or you can go to our website, WPNWrestling.com. You can send an email that way. Either way it goes, I would love to hear the response. Let me know if I'm being too harsh, if the match was better than I'm giving it credit for. So if you got any comments about the match, Sunshine, Lana, Kitty, David McLean, anything that took place in episode 2, drop it on me. Let me hear it. I've read mixed reviews already. I've seen some people that say, hey, it's fine. I've seen a lot of people say I hated it. So if you got some varying opinion to that, let me know. That's it. That was the review for episode 2, and we will be checking out episode 3, which I believe should be the return of the tag team champions, Cage Heat. Hopefully that title match will be a little bit more substantial than this one. Until the next review, folks, this is Mr. Green. You're listening to the WPN's review of Wild Superheroes. Take it easy, guys, and make sure to subscribe.
Thank you for listening to the WPN's Rights and Wrongs of Pro Wrestling. If you have questions or comments, please contact us via our Facebook or our YouTube channel at the Women's Pro Wrestling Network. If you're new to the WPN, feel free to subscribe to our channel and like our page. We appreciate your support. Thank you again for listening.